Hey guys, the other night, about a week ago, we saw Jurassic World. So, Aiden, what is the plot of Jurassic World?
Jurassic World is a follow-up with some
I would
reboot,
say follow-up reboot. Oh, okay,
some reboot elements. It retcons out Jurassic Park 2 and 3, but basically, after the first Jurassic Park fails, a few years down the line, 22 years down the line, they open a theme park called Jurassic World, and it actually gets functioning. And to meet consumer demands, they create a genetically modified dinosaur that ends up getting out and, starts to eat people and destroy the park. What'd you think of it, Connor?
Chris Pratt also did stuff.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt
Trained
trains
dinosaurs, and there was a girl that did shit, and she was uptight, and there were two kids too.
Yeah, two really bad kids.
That being said, I thought Jurassic World was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it, personally. I would say I'm not the hugest fan of the Jurassic Park series, not because it's necessarily, I should say the first Jurassic Park movie, because no one's a fan of the whole series, but I'm not the biggest fan. I like the movie, but I didn't ever really go out of my way to watch it that much. But that being said, Jurassic World's a pretty decent movie. I think they did a lot of good things with it. And I liked Chris Pratt's new character. And yeah, I thought the dinosaurs were cool. I just don't know. I don't know. It was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Chris Pratt's character was pretty good. A lot of the characters were kind of and the kids were really, really bad. The kids were just terrible.
I really didn't mind any of the characters except the kids, to be honest. I hated the kids.
And,
really fucking hated them. So it's a good thing they're only the main characters for, the first half hour.
Chris Pratt training the raptors, I thought was going to be a lot worse than it was, but they did. They did it pretty good, and the new Idanosaurus Rex was
yeah, that was kind of cool.
A pretty cool creature, and overall it was a pretty good movie. It was a little dumb at times, but it was solid.
Should we go into some spoilers quick?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, well, basically the biggest spoiler in the movie is the T-Rex comes at the end to kill the new Indominus Rex, and between that and the Shamu monster that you see in all the trailers, they kill the Indominus Rex. And yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I don't know why I have nothing to really talk about with it. It was just a pretty good movie. It was definitely by far the best follow-up. I think that's agreed between the two of us. I don't even think I've seen both of them. I think I saw number 2 in the way of the follow-ups. Oops, I'm fucked. But, yeah.
I mean, really, in the end, it was a pretty good movie. It had pretty good action. There was some fun parts with the different dinosaurs. The ending was a little cheesy, where the T-Rex and the Velociraptor team up to take down the Indominus, but...
Well, I think that was kind of just like a commentary on, because in the end, you kind of have, the dinosaurs reclaim the area, the humans evacuate and the park's abandoned. I think the whole idea is they were kind of trying to take back what was theirs, and this thing wasn't natural, so needed to be destroyed or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got that, but still, it was so they would just not fight each other when they're both wild animals. But I mean, yeah, it was... I would have liked to see the T-Rex actually be the one to kill the Idanosaurus.
He kind of was.
He beat it up, and then the whale comes down and goes, ah!
Well, the fuck was that?
That was
That was gay.
The Mesosaur.
But, no, I thought that was fine. I don't really care. I mean, like, the T-Rex did it. I mean, it was just like Kill and Blow was by that thing. Whatever. I don't give a shit about that.
Shamu also got the most violent kill of the movie, where the girl got tossed around between the pterodactyls and then swallowed by it. That was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
So what was your favorite and least favorite parts of the movie?
I guess my favorite part is, I actually did like a lot of the characterizations in the movie. They were kind of flat, but they were good. Dinosaurs are always badass. I thought some people were kind of stupid in the movie, but generally it was kind of fun. It was cool to see, like, the bigger guest stars, but they really did seeing, like, Chris Pratt and one guy from New Girl. But, I mean, generally they didn't overplay those characters. I liked how Chris Pratt's character wasn't, like... My favorite part is Chris Pratt's character isn't as cheesy as I thought it would be. And, obviously the trailer, which I hated the fucking trailer for this movie, but the trailer played him up as, like, the 100% main character, which just isn't really true. Kind of the kids as the main characters, but kind of not at the same time, I guess. My least favorite part were the kids, but I'm going to go to a specific part of the movie. There were a lot of spots in the movie that were just, like, kind of weird. Like, why is that there? And there's one scene where they're sitting in, like, the ball thing, and then the little kid starts crying about how their parents are getting a divorce for no reason. And then it's, like, barely brought up again, and it was just 100% pointless. And, like, the kid's just bawling about how his parents are getting a divorce, and it was just completely pointless to the movie. Like, I get it, but it's like, if you're not gonna dwell on it, why even add that? Like, it was just pointless to add drama to these kids. And I thought it was stupid as fuck.
Okay. I'd say my favorite part would have to be the,
Quit picking the phone. Quit picking it. Huh?
I would say my favorite part had to be, basically when the flying animals, the pterodactyl and the pterodactyl with a T-Rex head, got out and started killing everyone. I thought that was
neat.
That was a fun little thing. I don't want to just say my kids were the least favorite, but that part where they go to the old park, there was some cool stuff in there, but then it's just like the kids standing around in the park and they're like, we can fix this 20-year-old Jeep because we helped Grandpa fix his car when we were 7.
That's the most cheesy part.
And then they just... I didn't say that was the most cheesy part. I said that was my least favorite. It wasn't interesting. They just sit around in the old park and do nothing.
I thought that was a cool part.
Okay, well that's your opinion.
Because it shows that it was abandoned and shit. It shows that there's, like, continuity within the series. It acknowledges the first movie.
But they had already acknowledged the first movie like a million times, so like Hammond...
Yeah, I know, but it's like the first park failed, and they had to give it to the dinosaurs, and then it later hints to the end when they give the whole park back to the dinosaurs.
I don't think that's what they were going for. That
yes,
sounds a little too intelligent for Jurassic World.
How stupid do you think this movie was? I thought you liked this movie.
I did like this movie.
You liked this movie, and all of a sudden you're calling it a retarded movie.
I did like this movie, but it was a retarded movie.
How is it too intelligent? It had huge
plot holes like the other.
Yes, they all have
Jurassic
huge
Park.
plot holes. Most fun summer movies have huge plot holes.
Okay, whatever.
It's not really. I don't understand how it's a plot hole.
The scene,
I don't understand.
The scene became cool once the kids were gone, and Chris Pratt and girl arrived there and started getting attacked by the dinosaurs in the old park. When the kids were there, it was boring as fuck because they stood around and talked about how they fixed a fucking Chevy Malibu with their grandpa, and that gave them the ability to reverse engineer fucking 30-year-old Jeeps.
That's the most ridiculous part.
That is the most ridiculous part of the whole movie.
Even the genetically modified dinosaurs?
Yes. I was able to put aside everything I thought about the movie and say, yes, they can genetically modify a super dinosaur that can turn invisible and turn off its body heat. Yes, I was able to accept that. I'm not able to accept that these stupid-ass, annoying, whiny-ass baby kids are able to reverse engineer those rats. I do not believe it. I did not like it.
It was stupid, but I mean,
it was stupid
need a
as
plot
fuck.
device for him to get out of the area. And
why not just have the Jeep
famous?
work? Why not just have the fucking Jeep work?
Because it's a 30-year-old Jeep. You know what the biggest question about that whole scene is? I can suspend my disbelief and say they can fix it, but where'd they get gas?
It was already in there.
How
gas didn't dry up after 30 years, just the engine failed, Connor. And they were able to reverse engineer it because... Whole scene was soup as fuck. Plus,
Okay,
they burned the banner from the first movie. They turned it into a fucking torch. That's gay as fuck. Just terrible scene. Terrible scene. Shouldn't have been in the movie. But overall,
how would the danger even happen in the movie?
They were already in the woods.
How would the kids get... Okay, so you're just saying cut out the part with the Jeep?
I'm just saying... Don't... Okay. The kids go to the old park. They're like, oh, this is the old park. And they keep moving. And then Chris Pratt and Girl arrive. And then the dinosaur attacks them. And you just cut out the scene where the kids do retarded shit in Jurassic Park. Because I don't like focusing on the kids. Because the kids were both terrible actors.
That's true.
Cringeworthy. The older one's like, I want to murder everyone and shoot up my school. I'm so lonely. My parents are getting a divorce. And then the little one's like, Mom and Dad are getting a divorce. And then there'd be a dinosaur and he's like, that's a pterodactyl rex. It can fly up to 74.5 miles an hour and weighs an average of 32 pounds. And it's like, holy fuck, just shut the fuck up.
You know what would have made the movie a little better?
No child actors.
Yeah. You could have cut that part out pretty damn easy.
Yeah.
You know what really bad child actors are in? Leave It to Beaver the movie. Jesus Christ. Those kids could not act for the life of them. They tried.
I believe it.
I've never seen Leave It to Beaver. It's on H2O Go, or HBO Go. And I was watching the movie yesterday with Isaiah, and it was really fucking bad.
I believe it.
Very bad movie. Basically, this is moving into our Leave It to Beaver discussion. What happened was, so basically the plot synopsis is they remade a bunch of episodes, but they added like these Kurt Cobain, Columbine Gothic kids, and they stole Leave It to Beaver's bike, and they stole Leave It to Wally's girlfriend, and then basically at the end they get tripped and Leave It to Beaver takes his bike back.
What year was this made?
1997, and it was horrible. And they're like,
oh,
and also Ward's a douchebag in the movie, and the kid got bike jacked, and Leave It to Beaver's like, my bike was jacked, and then
Ward's
his
like,
dad, Ward started yelling at him, and then it's like, this reminds me of the time you stupid retarded ass fucking broke your Game Boy, and then the Game Boy gets crushed under the car, and they do like the Family Guy cutaways. Like pre-Family Guy though, and I'm like, wow, this movie's assly shit. And then in the end, there's this weird plot thing where he's like, "You're never too old to kiss your son," and Leave It to Beaver's in like 8th grade, and he's getting like his dad starts tonguing him, and shit is fucked up. It's a weird movie.
Okay,
but they don't even act like generally like the original characters. None of them do. You got Lumpy. And he's just a fat kid that looks nothing like the original Lumpy, or doesn't act like the original Lumpy.
Does he make references to the Goonies?
Larry Mundell is in it, but you never see him really.
Is Whitey in there?
Whitey is not.
Gilbert's
a black dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was totally in the original series.
Yeah, they made Gilbert black and nothing like the original Gilbert. And then we get cameos from the only two people that were non-self-respecting enough to... I guess I don't know why they did the cameos, but we had... Jesus, what's his name that plays Eddie Haskell? It's blanking on me right now. he made an appearance as Eddie Haskell's like grandfather or some bullshit, or dad, whatever. And then Barbara Billingsley made a cameo as Aunt Clara. But
Weird.
I mean, they remade a lot of episodes, like the coffee pot episode where he gets stuck in the giant coffee pot. The one where Kurt Cobain steals his bike.
Okay, we should probably cut
But
this off.
yeah, so my favorite part of the Leave It to Beaver movie was definitely the part when Leave It to Beaver does a 200-yard football play where he's at the touchdown line for his team and he runs the wrong way. And then he sees his bike getting stolen, so he runs the other way and he makes like a 200-yard touchdown. And like the other team's just so fucking shitty they don't get him. Even though like the people he was playing with were like 20 years old. Like they're all just monsters compared to him, and he's just running back and forth looking like a little fucking idiot. That's my favorite part of the movie. My least favorite part is when Kurt Cobain stole Wally's girlfriend, because I thought that was very rude of him. Hashtag. I also disliked how none of the characters were actually anything like the original characters, and this show's similar in namesake, and that's about it.
All right.
I did like the 90s rehaul of it. But no, I wouldn't recommend Leave It to Beaver.
Would you recommend
about 250
Jurassic World?
episodes for the original. But yeah. And Jurassic World, kind of forgot about that movie. I would suggest it. There's child actors in it, which is annoying. But they're not as bad as the child actors in the Leave It to Beaver movie. So that's a plus.
I would definitely recommend Jurassic World 2. It was definitely better than Jurassic Park 2 and 3, and
Shit.
overall it was definitely worth a watch. It was a good action movie with a lot of issues, but it still worked out for the better.
Yeah. I also would have had the main character Bill like show her tits or something.